Hi, my name is Brooke Littman.
And I'm Dr. Deb Littman.
And this is Wine Together,
a podcast where we drink some wine and have a chat.
So sit back, relax, and get that corkscrew ready.
Santé. A good Spanish wine, right?
That would be French. Santé.
Santé is French.
Salud is Spanish.
Salud. Those are the two I get mixed up, and I really get those two mixed up. So, salud.
Okay, salud.
Yeah, for our Rioja. Okay, so it's that time of year. So one thing I do, and I've only been doing this for 2 years, so this will be my 3rd year, is 5 days before Christmas, I start to read A Christmas Carol.
We're obviously a bit more than 5 days out, but...
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, I start to read it, so I want to read a little bit of it today, because we're going to talk about past Christmases, and I really hope I don't get to start crying, because I hope you don't hurt my feelings.
Okay.
And tell me they weren't good. All I want to hear today is that they were just the best Christmases that, That's all I want to hear, It's a, I love this time of year. I start listening to Christmas music in November. I decorate the house in November. As soon as I'm able to take those fall decorations down and can get the lights up, I just, this is my time of year. But I say that about every season. So, but as far as, really feeling close to my family, this is it. Meaning my immediate family, my kids, and your dad. So, but anyway, I'm just going to read a little bit from the Christmas Carol. This is Christmas Past. It was a strange figure, like a child, yet so like a child as yet not so like a child as like an old man, viewed through some supernatural medium which gave him the appearance of having receded from the view, and being diminished to a child's proportions. Its hair, which hung about its neck and down its back, was white as if with age, and yet the face had not a wrinkle in it, and the tenderest bloom was on the skin. The arms were very long and muscular, the hands the same, as if its hold were of uncommon strength. Its legs and feet, most delicately formed, were like those upper members, bare. It wore a tunic of the purest white, and round its waist was bound a lustrous belt, the sheen of which was beautiful. It held a branch of fresh green holly in its hand, and in singular contradiction of that wintry emblem, had its dress trimmed with summer flowers. But the strangest thing about it was, that from the crown of its head there sprung a bright, clear jet of light, by which all this was visible, and which was doubtless the occasion of its using, in its duller moments, a great extinguisher for a cap, which it now held under its arm. Okay, that's our description of our ghost from Christmas past, like a child. So, and I absolutely probably behaved like a child during this time of year. We've had some great opportunities to share our American traditions here with friends from other countries. So we've had some very good Christmas experiences here, I think. But my best Christmas experiences are from when you guys were young.
Okay.
I love decorating our houses that we were in, always. There was just never a time that Christmas was, I don't think there was ever a time that Christmas was bad. What about you? What do you think?
I love Christmas also, and I think some of my best memories are from the Nutcracker, just like performing.
Dancing and performing. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, that's nice to hear. Okay, good. Well, we've watched some good Nutcrackers on Christmas Eves. So, what's it going to be this year? Which one are we watching?
Well, we didn't get to watch any last year on, Christmas Eve. I watched them all later.
Oh, okay.
But...
what I was in the U.S. until like a few days.
23rd.
So we barely got to a Christmas market
Yeah.
last year. It was, yeah, it just wasn't the same. We're going to make it better this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on Christmas Eve, we watch Home Alone.
Well, the day before Christmas Eve, the 23rd, we always watch Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. Christmas Eve Eve.
Yeah.
We watch Wizard of Oz.
I do still wonder how Wizard of Oz became a Christmas movie, because it is still like seen as Christmas movie. Because it always plays in the U.S. on the 23rd.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I don't know the history of that tradition. As a kid, that was not a tradition for me.
But even before, because it was before you were, because remember in A Christmas Story, at the Christmas thing,
yes, that's
they
right.
have the Wicked Witch of the West, and Dorothy, and all the Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man.
Yes, they do, and I forgot about that. You're right about that. So
when
let's
did
see.
it become?
I don't know.
Christmas.
But it's strange. For us. It's Christmas Eve Eve. Yeah. So yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah. It's really interesting. We used to watch Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph and, like, you know, the classics.
Yeah, absolutely, the animated classics. Yeah.
Oh my God, the things though, because like we can't do all of those now because they don't come on TV.
I know, and they're not on any streaming services that we've found, and so
yeah, but that's different than just watching it on the TV when it comes on. You know, like that's even better. Like when you would sit around the TV, and even with the commercials, you know, it would be, you know, fun to watch.
Okay.
Because we had the fireplace and like
I will say
and the train.
We had in Roseville. That was my dream Christmas house. Mm-hmm. That house, I had enough rooms and a fireplace. Mm-hmm. I had enough rooms that every person that wanted it could have their decorations on their own tree. Mm-hmm. And I don't have that here.
Yeah. If we do get a house, you have to make sure it has a fireplace, though.
I think that you're right about that, because I miss the fireplace. Yeah. And I miss the magic, because I'm
just
telling
has to come in the front door.
I had to put a key out for Santa to come in the front door. And my neighbors, my little neighbor kids, they learned about the key a few years ago, and they were like, oh, that's so cool, you know. And so the one tradition we've started with the neighbor kids is one that you loved, which is reindeer food. So, and it's so funny because one year I didn't get it down there until almost the 23rd.
That was last year.
And his dad was like, their dad was like, they didn't think that you remembered. I was like, oh no, I would never forget the reindeer food. But these kids, even though they're now like, well, one's going to turn 11 this year, one just turned 9, they still want the reindeer food. So, you know, and I just love it. And so, but anyway, you mentioned the best Christmas movie.
Yeah. And it's so funny because I showed you,
You did.
So he's an actor that's he lives in LA, and he is also a comedian, and he does a lot of stuff on YouTube. Daniel Thrasher. He's really funny. I honestly, the funniest thing is he loves the exact same things that you do. Mm-hmm. He loves Duke's mayonnaise, and he loves A Christmas Story.
It's like he is my sister's son. He's my nephew. So, Daniel, anytime you want to do, you know, kind of a show together, let us know, little kid, because I'm Auntie Deb.
He's like 30 almost.
Oh,
or in his 30s, I think.
I have nieces that are close enough to that. I could be Auntie Deb. So, if you just need another one to add to the repertoire. But yeah, he mentions A Christmas Story. You mentioned it just a minute.
Yeah. And well, it's funny because I turned it off before he said his second favorite Christmas movie, which is A Wonderful Life.
And I absolutely love it, and it's one I do not watch with my kids.
Yeah.
I never watched it with you guys when you were little. I would make your dad watch it with me late at night.
Dad doesn't like that movie though. He does not like it.
And so it's so now it, you know, then it became one that I would have to watch by myself, and now I don't watch it at all because I can't find it here. But anyway, yeah, I love A Christmas Story. It just makes me laugh. I mean, I remember my very first time seeing it, and it, not that I go back to that time, because it was with friends that, I'm not friends with anymore. But it was, it was friends of mine from high school, um, and like the girl, she graduated high school with my sister, and her husband at the time graduated like 2 years before them, so he's 3 years older than me. But I knew his younger brother, who was younger than me, and so one year on Christmas Eve they invited me over, and we watched A Christmas Story, and he said, "You've never seen this? This is the best Christmas movie ever." And so it's probably a lot of times when I talk about it, especially when y'all were younger, I probably repeated a lot of the same stuff he did when he was introducing me to it. So it's kind of funny, but
I mean, I don't remember a time when we didn't watch it.
yeah,
Because
I made
it was
sure, because I
always
love
on
it.
TV all day long on that one channel.
Christmas, it does a 24, there used to be a certain station, and I don't remember, I think it was TBS or something like that, but did 24-hour A Christmas Story marathon, and I would put it on as soon as it started, and then run it through Christmas Day. And I can remember the grunts and the groans when some of the kids were older, so they were teenagers when you were not, so you could still handle it. But it was just the groaning about it, the fussing about it. But also when we had the big house in the U.S., we had big Christmas dinners, and there was always one side of the family coming in. But did you ever notice that there was never a time when my parents came and the other set of parents came? Your dad's set of parents came
at the same time.
At the same time.
We had a Thanksgiving that happened once, right?
Not that I can remember.
I could have sworn we did one time.
They came for Amelia's high school graduation all together.
Okay.
And at the time, because of the way it went, I said, "This is why I don't bring the two together. And I'll never do it again." So, anyway. Because, we also invited Amelia's Taekwondo instructor. And that was a big mistake with my parents. So, anyway. But anyway. Yeah. It is what it is. But, but that, again, that was in the spring and not Christmas. So, I love Christmas. I still love Christmas. Even though Christmas is different, I still love Christmas. And I'm trying to convince your dad to go to the U.S. in a couple of weeks. So, because it's still in the U.S., Christmas holidays last for some families through mid-January. And so I'm hoping that he'll go. Because, his parents, this is their 81st Christmas. They both turned 80 in 2025. So, yeah, pretty big deal.
God, the year's almost over.
Yep. Yeah. And it's cold. I don't like that. Glühwein season, let me tell you. That's what we're doing next week. Okay, we got to do Glühwein. So, yeah. Definitely. For Christmas Christmas present. Can you fix that? For Christmas present, we'll do Glühwein. Because, definitely. So.
I do love Christmas. I like I said last time when we were talking about Christmas markets, I definitely want to have Christmas in London sometime with you.
Okay.
I mean, it might have to wait till I move there, but I'm hoping it'll be before that.
Yeah, I can see how I could appreciate that. I would like it.
I mean, we don't have to spend Christmas Day in London, just like maybe a weekend in the Christmas season.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
to be honest, I mean, that time the flights might be a little more expensive, but it wouldn't. It's not like we have to stay that long, We could stay for two nights. 2 nights.
Yeah, because we wouldn't be so exhausted from that. That's an easy flight. That's an easy time adjustment. It's just 1 hour. And with the days getting so short, I mean, right now. Before you know it, it's going to be dark outside.
But we definitely have to spend at least one night because I want you to see the lights, and then
Oh, I
also
definitely
go
love
to
the
Hyde
lights.
Park and see the their big Christmas winter carnival
Yes.
thing in the dark.
Okay, so I went to Hyde Park, right?
No.
In the summer, we didn't go to Hyde Park.
No, we
We walked
almost
by.
did. I was gonna take
Close.
you that way, but I
I
couldn't
know I went
remember
to
how to get
Green
there.
Park,
We went to Regent's Park.
Regent's Park, and
Yeah.
Green.
Yes, we went to Green
A
Park
few
slash
days, because that was
Green,
my exercise
Green
route.
Park and St. James Park. They're both connected to
That's
each
the
other.
one that's connected. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Green Park was my exercise place. I felt like Princess Diana.
We might have gone by Hyde Park because I think it's not that far from there.
Yeah, I thought we went by but didn't go in.
Yeah.
And so yeah. But still, I don't know that I'd find my way. I can find my way to Green Park because it's right by the castle.
I think at this point I might be able to figure out how to get there.
So yeah.
I know the Regions area a lot better, so.
Yeah. What a great experience for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so glad that, it was, wow, you just had, it was just, you had a Christmas season there, fall, autumn there, autumn in London was just,
it's so pretty.
Summer in London is phenomenal. I've only been to London in summer twice. I've been to London in summer, and I love it. Now, I didn't spend any time in or on water, which is weird for me because I love in and on water in summer.
Which
I'm surprised I didn't, but we had so much planned.
Maybe we could go sometime and plan to just go on the Thames, like on a boat on the Thames or something.
I would love to. Yeah, dinner cruise or something.
Oh, you would love that, yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely, I would. I absolutely would. I don't know, just thinking about family, my family, and when I say my family, and I hope no one takes this the wrong way, but here's who my family consists of: my kids, my husband, my sister and her family. That's it. That's my family. Anybody else, I can't. Yeah, we don't have that kind of relationship. I wouldn't say that we're family.
You wouldn't say like Corey and Katie and
No, I'm not. I'm saying on my side.
Oh, okay.
No, Corey and Katie absolutely are family.
Yeah. And
Jana is family. Absolutely. But that's the Lipman side.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
I got
yeah, but as far as yeah, my side, with the death of my brother, and then just the trauma that has happened since then, and it just I can't and honestly I hope that the Christmases I've given to my kids, they're nothing like the Christmases I had as a kid, and that's probably intentional. I remember there was always growing up, there was always stress, pain. Just it was Christmas was not. It's not. I always kind of when I was growing up, I thought my life. I thought it was so bad because it wasn't like the Brady Bunch. So I'm bringing that one up, but yeah, that's kind of like
the Brady Bunch. I haven't actually seen the Brady Bunch though, so I don't know.
I really believed that that's what life was supposed to be like, and I dreamed of that, and I wanted my married life to be like that, and I tried. I felt like I got pretty close, but I never saw a Brady Bunch Christmas episode. That's so weird. Because it's so funny when I'm watching sitcoms, my favorite episodes are the Christmas episodes.
I do love the Ted Lasso Christmas episode. That one's really, really good.
There was more than one though, right?
No, just
there was only. I'm telling you what, that's excellent. That is an excellent episode, and that we have not gotten there yet, but we got to get there this season. Okay, so we got to watch Ted Lasso Christmas.
Yeah, well, we have to watch it in German.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, because then we can. It'll help us learn German. What was I gonna say?
I just hope they're good for you. I just hope Christmas will always be something as you grow older that you look back fondly on. That is that is my only goal as a mom, is that my children look back fondly on special, just special things. I want you to look back fondly on everything in your life. But I really want sometimes to be just overly excitable, and I especially want Christmas to be that for you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say last year I made all the cookies and ate them before you got back.
We'll make cookies. We'll make, and it's so funny. I made you buy the gingerbread house and hide it from your dad. And
I know
we didn't build it.
I have to say though, I'm not a big fan of making the gingerbread house so much because it feels like so much work.
It is a lot of work. We don't have to do that.
And it's not that I don't enjoy doing work to put Christmas stuff up. It's just the gingerbread house. It used to be more fun than it is now.
Yeah, well, when we made it a competition, it was more fun. When we had 2 or 3 gingerbread houses and there were teams, yeah, it was a lot more fun when y'all were little. Yeah. And that was so that, and now I tend to say, oh no, I want it to look beautiful and make it match my decor. And so then I took the fun out of it.
I mean, it's also just like the materials. You can't make it look good. The people who do that professionally are not using edible materials.
I understand that.
We are only using edible materials.
I am guilty of, in the past, using Elmer's glue to put my gingerbread house together and then say, no, can't eat that. Mommy said no.
Didn't we paint M&M silver once?
I don't recall that. That might have been a youth group thing, but I don't recall that.
Okay.
Not at home. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I have to say, though, like, as much as I'm not necessarily a big fan of going to church, I did enjoy going to church for around Christmas time.
I agree. And, when I was a little kid, that was very special to me. But, the people at church were different than the people in my household. And so it was kind of safe for me, I guess, I feel like. Yeah. And so, so I remember, fun, safe Christmases, at church when I was a kid.
We did the pageant one time, like I did the Christmas pageant once. I was one of the wise men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I also do, I mean, I like the nativity scenes that we have.
I do too. Really pretty. We've got some really pretty nativity sets and, yeah. So, and I don't, I mean, I guess I don't say we can't have the religious side of it. I think that the part about that is that your dad and I want you guys to understand what we understand as a truer history. And so that's different than what a lot of people that feel Christmas is, that their history is a little different than ours, than our understanding of it, I should say. So but still, absolutely no, I think that what I talk about when I say the Christmas spirit, and it's not like what Scrooge had with Christmas spirits. My Christmas spirit is kind of when joy and gratefulness and happiness kind of come out of me, and I'm able to spread that to others. And when I was younger, like a young mother, when y'all were really young, I was really good at that. I made sure my neighbors were never forgotten. I made sure your teachers were never forgotten. I mean, I would start baking in November for teachers. And I mean, you think about this, I had, at the time, 4 kids in school, because Justin was, by the time you were up, and Justin was already graduated from high school by the time so there was at one point 4 different kind of sets of teachers, and you think about Mason was in high school, Amelia was in middle school, and you and Ren were in elementary school, so y'all only had 1 or 2 teachers at the most, but you had your specials teachers like your music teacher and your art teacher, and so there was those teachers, and Ren always had a speech therapist that I felt like I never wanted to leave out. So I mean, and then you think about your teachers, Ren's teachers, Amelia's teachers, Mason's
And
teachers.
then our after school activities.
After school activities, yeah. I probably baked for 75 to 100 people. But for the teachers, I always wrote like a letter, a handwritten letter to every teacher. And I'll never forget one year. One teacher, one of Amelia's teachers, came up to me because I also volunteered in the school, and so it was on a day that it was the last day of school, and I happened to be at Heritage Middle School volunteering, um, and that teacher, one of Amelia's teachers, came up to me and said, because Amelia had that teacher twice, sixth grade then eighth grade, because the teacher moved classrooms, and she said, "This is what I don't get." She said, "This is the easiest thing someone can do." She said, "And you do it every year." She said, "And it's not like you have a form letter." She said, "You really write from the heart." And she said, "And I just appreciate you so much." And I honestly never thought it was that big a deal, because my thought was, you're with my child more hours of the day than I am. Because a lot of times I was dropping you guys off for 3 or 4 hours of dance or hockey or whatever, and I still wasn't with my kids. I took them to school, dropped them off at school. After school, took them to taekwondo or dance or hockey or indoor soccer, whatever it was. And that was still another 2-3 hours of me not having time with you. So there was, during school, I didn't have a lot of time with my kids. My teachers had more time. Or your teachers had more time with you than I did. And so I just thought at that time of year, I had to really let them know how much I appreciated that. Because I just did. Because I loved being a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
That is the joy of my life. And yes, I get mad that people won't hire me, and I wasn't able to continue a career afterwards. But that's not on you. That's not on me. That's on hiring managers. And you know what? That's their loss.
Yeah.
That was just their loss. And it's always going to be their loss. But I do hope that in the future, if anybody happens to hear this, that was in a position of hiring, you should hire mothers. I mean, people that have stayed home because their skill set is above and beyond
It's just tough.
what any college can give.
It's just tough because there's too many people and not enough jobs.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're talking about.
I know. And so we were talking about Christmases, and I loved it. I loved what I got to do for your teachers.
Yeah, because I think it's crazy, because not only did I have multiple dance teachers, but you also made stuff for almost every teacher that worked there. And even if they weren't my teacher, and the people that worked in the front.
I never wanted somebody to feel left out.
Because I knew all the teachers. I knew everyone that worked there. Right?
And certain parents. There were certain parents I made sure we included. I really don't want somebody to not feel included. And I think that at Christmas was always a time. And honestly, baking is the least expensive thing I could do. I would buy, I'd buy all the flour. It was so funny because a lot of times in October you could see certain things on sale. By October, I was looking for sales. I was looking for the sales of the chocolate chips. I was looking for sales of the flour, the sugar. And then when things were on sale, I bought it up. And your dad kind of knew, this is, he knew I think he appreciated it, because I also baked for his coworkers. It wasn't just the teachers. It was the neighbors. It was the coworkers. It was everybody. And I loved that. And I don't get to do that now.
I mean,
and I hurt because
I was gonna say there's nothing stopping you, but I guess it is really tough to get all this stuff.
Yeah, I don't have the same. I don't even have this. I could find the mini baking pan.
You don't have the one that we used at the stone with the bread section?
I may have that stone that has the 4 small mini loaves. I may have that.
But you don't have the one that was the 2 big loaves anymore? Didn't you have one? It was.
I don't recall if I had one that was 2 big loaves. I had a big loaf pan, but I may have the one. But you know what? Amelia may have the 4 stone one.
Okay.
Because she loves to bake.
Yeah.
So, and I don't. I don't think that she's getting to do a lot of that anymore. But I will say, it's not something I grew up. I mean, my mother did not do a lot of baking at Christmas. My grandmother didn't do a lot of baking at Christmas. I mean, whatever they did, they just did year round. So it wasn't like a special thing at Christmas, and so that became my thing, and and I love it, and but it's so bad because as I get older, it's harder for me to tolerate the sugar. And so I don't do a lot of the baking anymore. But I need to just do it and give it out to others.
Well, there's things that you can do to substitute for the sugar. So.
Yeah, but sometimes the substitutes are worse for your body than
no,
than
not
real
no,
sugar.
No. I mean healthy substitutes, not the fake sugar stuff.
Okay.
There's like things that people use. It's like the people that utilize like applesauce instead of what is it to make it vegan or
But I know that you can use flaxseed for eggs and stuff like that, and that's what Amelia did when Amelia was here. She baked a lot of stuff for us and used the flaxseed a lot. Did not use eggs.
I can't remember what it is that you're supposed to use in place of sugar, but we'll look it up and then
I mean I know that some of the honey and guava
is probably what it is,
and so you can sweeten with those things, but you have to like make up for it with other ingredients to make sure it rises.
Probably add some like water and stuff for the honey.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to look it up for sure, but I I haven't done, but this might be the year that I finally let my neighbors know what I can do.
We'll see with when we talk about Christmas presents.
Yeah, maybe I'll have some time in between the recordings to think about it. That would be great. That's maybe something I should do. That's a good way to spend my time, But gosh, I could do a dozen episodes on Christmas but I love thinking about the Christmas past because that makes me feel good that maybe y'all do have good, fond memories.
Yeah.
Because I would really, I don't want my kids to hurt. I don't want trauma to be part of what your experience was.
I also love decorating for Christmas. It's really fun. Like we've always had a lot of fun with that.
We have always had a lot of fun with that, and so this will be my third year with the new stockings, and it's so funny because sometimes I would do the stockings. I mean, I can remember times doing stockings every other year. But this will be the third year with these, so I got to come up with a theme that I haven't done with them, and because they're kind of burlap like, so I could get away with Country Christmas. But I've done Country Christmas here already, and so, but I haven't done Silver Bells here, and so, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We're just gonna get it all figured out. Make sure.
Last year it was Brooke's Christmas.
It was Brooke's
Christmas.
Because
I decorated and I had no theme.
But it was great. We had lots of lights for me.
I did not buy any new decorations.
Good. Because my thing is the lights. I love lots of lights, and so you did so good.
I don't think I put up the lights on my own. I think Dad helped me with the lights.
Well, fortunately he does know that about me. In fact, lights are kind of my winter theme. I like the little angel lights all through winter.
To be honest, I don't even remember how I put them up in my room by myself. I don't know if I did that.
I don't know either.
I genuinely don't remember putting the lights up, so. But everything else I did, and I didn't break anything.
Nope, that was good. Yeah. Yeah, my wine glass is now broken. I had a wine glass from Biltmore House, and
I didn't do that.
Yeah, I know exactly who did it. So, but I'd like to have that one replaced. Sorry, Ren, if you hear this and know that my wine glass got broken. But
I have to say, those Christmas plates you have promised me when I move out.
They're beautiful.
On my own. Yeah.
And we do have a nice Christmas dinner here. It's small.
Yeah.
But it's usually quite elegant.
Yeah.
And it's very American. We,
Yeah, I could never give up that.
Stuffing.
I could not give up American like Christmas and Thanksgiving dinners like those. Yeah. I can't give that up. They're
Gotta
so
have
good.
the stuffing. I don't do much green bean casserole here.
Yeah, we have to try that.
But
we can figure it out.
Yeah, because I have found the crispy onions now. I know where they're at. So, but yeah, I'm hoping you'll let me put some cranberries in it this year.
In the stuffing?
Yeah.
I love cranberries in the stuffing. I did that last year.
Oh, you did do cranberries? Okay.
I always do cranberries in the stuffing.
Last year I cooked Thanksgiving for the Littmans. and I did almost the whole dinner myself.
Yeah, because they don't
And
want to do. Well,
and
not
so
grandma, but no one else wants to do
yeah,
any
and
work.
so
When I was in college and I went there for Thanksgiving, I had to organize everything.
well, everybody's working and stuff like that. And just,
yeah, but they all said they wanted to do it, and I'm like, why are you making me do all this? But whatever.
Yeah.
I had midterms. It's fine.
And so, because I'm really hoping I lose them. But yeah, so good thoughts on Christmas past. I think I've probably smiled this whole episode. I hope so anyway. So anyway, I thought it was good. I can't wait to talk about more Christmases in the next few weeks.
Yeah. We'll be back next week with a new bottle of wine and a new topic. In the meantime, if you want to join the conversation, you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky at Wine Together Pod. Join our Facebook group, Wine Together Podcast, and if you don't want to miss out on our regular weekly episodes, along with all of our bonus content, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts, as well as liking, subscribing, and commenting on our YouTube, Wine Together Podcast.